about to see me sitting in my PJs in a comfy blanket on the couch talking to you about budgeting. The kids are in bed, it's quiet, and sometimes that's the only time I get to make videos. So here we go. Hey guys, today I was just going to talk a little bit about how we as a family save and budget for gift giving and Christmas shopping. So over the years I found myself going a bit overboard and buying way too much when it comes to Christmas. And so I've started getting more in the habit of budgeting for that ahead of time. So the first thing that I do is I look back over the past year and I see kind of what we spent on gift giving previously. And because we budget and I keep track of stuff like that, that usually only takes a few minutes for me. So once I have that number in mind, I can adjust that a little bit based on, we now have more nieces and nephews in our family, for instance, so I can adjust that. And then I write down all of the birthdays, the anniversaries, the holidays such as Mother's Day, Father's Day, Valentine's Day if you celebrate, and then Christmas. And I write down everybody we buy for, and I kind of have a rough idea like, okay, we spend this much on each of the nieces and nephews for birthdays and this much for Christmas, and etc. So once I have that big number in mind, I divide that typically by about 10 or 11. And the reason I do it that way rather than monthly is so that I have all of the money by December, before December. So if I divide it by 10, I usually have my money by October, unless something throws a wrench in that plan. But that's why it makes sense to budget ahead of time and plan for that, so that when things do get thrown in your way, you don't have to stress about it. So that's the first thing, is to figure out how much we want to spend and then divide it by how many months we want to save that for. All of that money goes into a sinking fund. So we have a special category in our savings account that all of the gift giving and Christmas shopping go into. So there's almost always a balance in there. So say, I recently just had a friend's birthday. So I didn't have to worry about where the money was coming from or if I should buy or where I should buy. So I just purchased her gift and the money came out of the gift savings account and we were good to go. I didn't have to stress about that, which is a good feeling. Especially when it comes to Christmas, because being stressed at such a wonderful time of the year really takes some of that joy out of it, or going out with your credit card and just like going crazy, and then come January when that bill comes in the mail, it really makes you feel guilty and you get that ball in the pit of your stomach, like, oh, why did I do that again? Because I've been there. So that's kind of what we do. We plan ahead, we set aside money each month. And then another thing we do, I do a lot of online shopping. And so Amazon is my savior. I shop on Amazon all the time. This comes in handy for us because we have a lot of family that lives out of state. And so for birthdays, when we can't necessarily make it up there like we would for a bigger holiday like Christmas, for birthdays, I can get on Amazon and just pick out their gift and have it shipped straight to them, free shipping. Don't have to worry about going into the store. And it's delivered right to their door within 2 days. So even if I forget, because I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, trying to keep track of all those birthdays, okay? But say, it dawns on me, oh my goodness, so-and-so's birthday is in 3 days. I can get on Amazon, order their gift, and it's still there on time. So really convenient for us. Now, the reason I bring up Amazon, we have an Amazon credit card, and we use that throughout the month for everyday expenses such as groceries, gasoline, whatever we are buying, and we pay it off at the end of the month. That's the big thing. Don't just go out spending it and charging it up and not paying it off, because then that's really not doing you any favors. But we earn points on all of those purchases. So throughout the month, we usually get between $50 and $60 per month in credit to use on Amazon via the Amazon points. And so throughout the year, that's giving us, anywhere from $400, $600, etc. to spend on Amazon, and that helps with our gift giving. So we almost always have a balance of Amazon points from spending or using our card each month and paying it off before interest kicks in. So we have the money budgeted for groceries and gas. I'll use my card when we go grocery shopping or when we're at the pump, and then I make payments usually weekly, to tell you the truth, but that's another story. But that card gets paid off and the points get added to my Amazon account, and then when I'm shopping on Amazon, I can draw from those points. So that also saves us some money and gives us a little bit more extra leeway in case we didn't budget quite properly or whatever. So those are the big two for us. That saves us a lot of money. It keeps us on track. And I shop, number 3, I shop throughout the entire year. I don't wait until Black Friday, to tell you the truth. I've never gone shopping on Black Friday, which some of you are like, what? Never done Black Friday shopping. I'm not into it. I don't want to fight the crowds. I would rather sit at home on my couch with my blanket. This I actually got last Christmas during some super awesome Kohl's sales during last holiday season, where they had, I stacked coupons and I used my Kohl's credit card to get extra bonuses, and again, I pay it off within, as soon as it hits the balance, I pay it off. But anyway, again, another story. But I would rather sit home and be with my family than out fighting the crowd. So I do a lot of that online shopping, and I shop all year long. So right now, at the time of this video, we are almost mid-August when I'm filming this. And I have got about 90% of my Christmas shopping done already at this point for all of my nieces and nephews, all of it. I've even started for our children as well. So that saves as well, because as you see things that are on sale and you see really good prices, snag it. I store them in the garage. Right now the kids are young enough where they don't go snooping. Don't know what I'm gonna do when they get a little bit older, but anyway. So I store it in the garage, or in a closet or under a bed, and I've got gifts and they're ready to go. I've got birthday presents for nieces and nephews. I've got Christmas and birthday presents. Jackson's birthday, my son, his birthday's coming up in November. I've already got his birthday presents purchased. And some of the stuff's been in there since February, March, April, because I buy all year round. So those would be my main tips on how to budget for gift giving, specifically Christmas. Plan ahead. We all know that Christmas hits on December 25th every single year. So plan ahead for it, start budgeting. Set that money aside so that you don't have to be stressed and you don't go into debt, and you can have a cash-based Christmas. So those are my tips. What tips do you have? How do you budget? Do you budget for Christmas? I know a lot of people use the sinking funds, and it's not a new idea by any means, but knowing what you're going to spend, dividing it out, it doesn't feel as stressful as, oh my goodness, Christmas is next month and I haven't started shopping yet, and then you don't have the money there because you've spent it throughout the year. So that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe, leave a comment. I'd love to hear how you budget and save, and if you have any other tips for holidays, leave them below. Thanks.